All right, guys. I just wanted to pop in here real quick. Before we start the Terminator, it was made before Josh joined the channel, and so it's just me. Um, for those that are curious, Josh has already seen all the Terminators. I have not. I've only seen this one, and this was my first time watching it. So, if any of you are um, fans of Josh or wonder where he's at, this was just made before he joined the channel, and he will be back next week for the next movie that we do. But I just wanted to let you guys know that. Also, the channel was named something completely different before Josh joined the channel. So um, this is like one of the first ones I did recording wise for the channel, because all the stuff you guys have seen have been pre-recorded before I even launched the channel. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. But without any further ado, let's actually get into the actual movie. There you go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next week for the movie. Thanks, guys.
I'll be back.
Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we are watching a film I haven't seen, and that is The Terminator. The Terminator, released in 1984, written by James Cameron and Gale Ann Hurd. I know a few scenes from this movie, and I've seen a couple of reactions to this movie a couple of years ago, and everyone knows the famous line, "I'll be back." So I am really excited to dive into this movie from 1984. I know the general plot of the movie, and that's all I'll say about that. So let's just hop it right into the movie. That's not that far off. That's actually less than 7 years right now.
Nice night for a
That
walk.
is
Wash day
Schwarzenegger.
tomorrow. Nothing clean, right?
Nothing clean, right? Your clothes. Give them to me.
Just cut his heart. This is gonna sound real dumb, but see another Terminator?
Hold it right there! It's riveting. Hey! I said hold!
Take that back. He's probably not a Terminator. Probably a cop from the past, and cop from the future, I think. That's something I haven't seen before. Somebody getting dressed while the cops are searching for him. Didn't he already previously do that?
Dead girl.
I can see that.
Sarah Ann Connor, secretary, 35, shot 6 times at less than 10 feet. Large caliber weapon. Dead girl, too.
Okay, so the police are
I'm sure there's a point to all of this.
Get the name out.
getting basically all the
Sarah Louise.
people that have died now. found that very, very interesting because it's not who I thought it was going to be. And the obvious one would have been
Sarah Ann Connor was pronounced dead at the scene.
moment of
Oil and
realization.
other flammable liquid swept through the board.
Of course it would be out of order. That seems like a bad spot for a phone. Oh, I thought the person on the TV was her that just got killed. But no, it's gonna happen now.
Sarah, pick up if you
That's
dare.
trouble.
I'm at this place on Pico Boulevard called Tech Noir.
That's
I'm really
trouble
scared.
indeed.
The number here is 555-9175. Call me, kiddo. I need your
555
help.
is basically reserved for exactly this purpose, for films and stuff like that. Kind of interesting.
Come with me if you want to live.
I was gonna say the cops are mistaken.
Hold it!
Yep.
Wow. Oh, ah! Are you injured? Are you shot? Do exactly what I say. Don't move unless I say. Don't make a sound unless I say. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Please, don't hurt me.
I'm here to help you. I'm Reese. You've been targeted for termination.
How could that man just get up after you did?
It's not a man. Machine. Terminator. Get your head down! I'm gonna ditch this car. I had to wait till he moved on you before I could zero him.
Are you saying
Yes.
it's from the future?
One possible future.
Then you're from the future too, is that right?
Right. Cyborgs don't feel pain. I do.
Can you stop it?
With these weapons, I don't know.
Why does it want me?
Defense network computers. Hooked into everything. Trusted to run it all. They say it got smart. A new order of intelligence. Then it saw all people as a threat, not just the ones on the other side.
The other side?
Decided our fate in a microsecond. Extermination. His name is Connor. John Connor. Your son, Sarah.
He does not look good with that eye. If I was squeamish, I would have turned away. I know
Skynet
him
had to
from
wipe
somewhere,
out
I
his
just don't know
entire
where.
existence.
Is that when you captured the lab complex?
His voice is so
on that-
recognizable, I don't know from where though. Just don't, I mean, this is where the sunglasses are gonna come in, right? Oh yes. Not sooner than I thought. I thought he would have to go out there and steal them.
He'll find her. That's what he does. Stop him. He'll wait for you, reach down her throat, and pull her fucking heart out.
I really liked that
Let go of me.
snippet of scene right there. Just him yelling at the camera.
I'll be back.
Turn off the power.
Reese! first name?
Kyle.
What's it like when you go through time?
White light. Pain.
Or dying, I would have
Like
said.
being born, maybe.
Oh
Depending
my
on how
God.
you go.
You mean you got shot?
It's not bad. John Connor.
At least now I know what to name him.
There's a chance to meet the legend, Sarah Connor. Thank you, Sarah, for your courage through the dark years. I can't help you with what you must soon face, except to say that the future is not set. You must be stronger than you imagine you can be. You must survive, or I will never exist.
Oh, I forgot to mention the photo. Oh god.
Fuck you,
Forgot about that
asshole.
line. I always seen him say it, but I never knew how I came up with that response.
Do you have one with the kitchen?
Is that commonplace in 1984? I don't. Maybe it's. I thought it was just a motel, not an apartment or anything. So, you guys will have to let me know because I wasn't alive in 1984.
I love you too, sweetheart.
And it was the Terminator.
All right, 6 more like that, and I'll get started on the fuses. I came across time for you, Sarah. I love you. I always have.
So, he's the father. Here we go, off on another chase.
Trade places!
What will you do now? Good thing that she doesn't stop. Although, I think the collision alone would kill her. Just from the distance. I think you would need to be further back than that. Like Satan is rising up. This is revolutionary for the time, the animation here. I loved how he wasn't doing anything to the robot. How that... It looks like it really hurts. Got me though. They got me to jump. Where can she go? That would be safe from that.
You're a terminated fucker.
Wow, I did not expect that one line from her. Please don't tell me the hand's still alive.
Should I tell you about your father? Boy, that's a tough one. If you don't send Kyle, you could never be. God, a person could go crazy thinking about this. I suppose I will tell you.
Alright guys, that was Terminator. It is one of my all new, one of my favorite films. I don't know if it's up there yet. I'd have to do kind of a ranking thing. I'm kind of well versed in 80s movies, even though I haven't seen them all, like all the classic 80s movies, but I've seen quite a bit of classic 80s movies, and or shouldn't I say not classic 80s movies, but pop culture 80s movies. I should probably say that. I've seen pretty much those. Although I guess you could call it interchangeable. Anyway, we're getting off subject. I'm surprised I haven't seen the Terminator. I really do like the film. It's right down my alley with action 80s movies. Um, you think about First Blood, um, Karate Kid, um, Bloodsport. I mean, it's just up there, and I'm surprised that I haven't seen it. I know that there's 6 films. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna do all 6. I will eventually, but not right away. From what I gather online, people say that the second one is the best one. That's not me saying it. That's just what I hear people say online. Um, but let me talk about the film really quickly, just the film itself. It's very good. As you guys may have noticed, I did have a little bit of trouble uh, distinguishing who was Kyle and who was um, the Terminator. Um, and that's generally, I won't say that it's generally how I, you know, view things or why I get, how I get confused. But to me, they looked very similar, so I guess that's why I got confused. Um, but I did know about the glasses. And as soon as he put the glasses on, um, I could tell them apart immediately. Again, watching this for the first time, it's just very hard for me to, when the characters look so similar, um, it's very hard for me to tell them apart unless I watch it over and over again. Over time, it will become easier to tell them apart. And I noticed that I'm kind of um, what what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, Dumb when it comes to um, asking kind of obvious questions. Um, but yeah, I mean, overall, I liked it. I know I talked about one scene. There is a question in there for me about where the franchise would continue next. Um, the obvious answer is going to continue with the son, but will Sarah ever be in it at all? Um, I know that the Terminator does return for some of these movies and not for others, but that's always an interesting thing. I know I skip around a lot when I'm talking about this, so just bear with me. I kind of like to do this off the top of my head when I'm doing reactions to what comes to mind. Um, uh, so, um, and I really do like the 2 famous one-liners in this, or really it's just the one that everyone talks about, but I consider there's a second one in there that's could be just as famous, um, which is which are "I'll be back." I never knew what happened after he said the line, so now I know that he crashes a police car in front of a um crashes a car into a police station, and then the one that doesn't get talked about, I think, is when she says, "You're Terminator, fucker," um, which I did not expect that from her, and I never knew anyone to, I never encountered anyone who uh, would say that line. It's always, "I'll be back." But I think I could actually start uh, saying that just in daily life. But what she said, I don't want to say it too much just because of YouTube's algorithm, but that was surprising to me. Um, the um, I'm not sure what to call it. I think it's CGI, but and I know that they did for this film, but it is actually very good for the time, and I actually do point that out in the review. Um, One thing I do want to also point out that I really like about the scenes that are connected but aren't connected together is I think it was intentional, but there's that phone book scene 3 times where they run down the names of Sarah Connor, and she even does it. Sarah Connor herself does it. I thought that was um, interesting, and we like the uses of three. Um, for some reason, we like the uses of three. It really emphasizes something in our brains. We don't like two and we don't like four uses of it, but three seems to be the perfect amount, which I absolutely love in this film. It's kind of a weird uh, human, I don't know if this is the correct term, but humanistic way we have of doing things. We just like things in threes. Um, what else can I say about the film? Um, like I said, I do want to check out the others, but I know that they tend to get worse, and one or two films don't even have um, Arnold in it, so that's kind of interesting. And that's the funny thing. I've I've never actually watched Arnold in anything. Well, I'll take that back. I might have seen him in Commando, but Commando, or am I thinking of something else? I don't know. You guys have to tell me if Arnold's in that movie or not because I can't remember if he's in Commando or not. But I don't think I've seen him in anything that I've ever seen. I know that he was a big action 80 star. Um, so, uh, and I can name off the top of my head of about 3 or 4 different action 80 stars that we had in the um, 80s, of course. Um, I want to talk about Sarah for a minute. Um, the actress that plays her was actually very convincing. Um, I actually really liked her performance. Thought it was totally believable. I even like her friend weirdly, and I don't know why. The one that dies in this. I don't know. She wasn't a main character, and she didn't have that much character development. But for some reason, I really um, felt like these two should actually be roommates. And isn't that so weird when she had so little screen time? I know it was to you know, help move the plot forward, but it was actually very interesting. And that was kind of interesting. Let's see. What else about Sarah that I absolutely liked about the character or anything like that? Um, Here's something I want to know. If you guys know or have theories. In the final scene, or yeah, the final um scene in the film, yeah, the final scene, not the final shot, but in the final scene of the film, we see her going to a gas station, and as she's going to the gas station, she has a I didn't get a good look at it. I have to go back, but I think it was a um revolver. Um, but I wonder why she had it out on her knee in the first place. Um, First place while talking to a tape recorder for her son, in which she's gonna leave the tapes for. And I wonder where she was going besides somewhere outside of the United States. I don't want to assume anything. You know, if it was Mexico or some other place, but I'm pretty sure Mexico. I'm just not wanting to 100% commit to that, just in case I'm wrong on that front. But wonder where she was going. If you guys have any theories or ideas in that, let me know. Or if it's something that we'll find out in um, later movies, just tell me we find out in later movies and don't tell me anything um, about what she's doing or where she's going, except for the tapes if you want to. Um, so please don't tell me anything about the anything that would actually be in the next couple movies. Um, let's see. Uh, I like. Here's one thing that I really liked is the actor who plays Kyle. I really liked his facial expressions. Um, cause Kyle um and Sarah have very um uh very noticeable. I'm trying to search the right term, but noticeable, or you can feel the empathy on their face. So, and that's what I really like, especially in those close-up shots. Um, you can actually really see the emotions on their faces. I thought that was really well done as well. Um, a lot of care and thought was put into this movie that you might miss if you don't look over it and analyze, it about the film. I'm pretty sure there's a lot to actually, talk about. But this is just my kind of initial thoughts of the film after thinking about it for a while. Um, as you guys will probably notice, I'm. I know it's bad that I didn't record my thoughts right after the movie, but I think this is one of those films that you could turn your brain off for a couple hours, or turn your brain off and not really think about it, uh, or you could kind of sit down and think about everything that went on with the film, and that's kind of where I'm at, because when I when I had you guys probably noticed when I had originally sat down to um, watch this film, I was wearing a different shirt, and it's now been a day or two since watching um, the Terminator, and that's just because I wanted to take my time with this film, if that makes sense, in just the context, because I really didn't have much of a thought to say to you guys about the film when I immediately after I watched it. I know that probably sounds strange, and I wanted to do more than, oh yeah, it's just a good turn off your brain for like an hour and 50 minutes. I wanted to actually think about kind of the overall plot of the film, um, and um, in the story as well, but mainly the plot of the film, and really want to think about where they could take it next, and what things they did that that I found surprising for 1984. Um, but yeah, if you guys are wondering, that um, why my shirt is a different color, um, which you guys will probably notice. Um, that's why I just wanted to take my time and think about this film. I know I know for um, I know for most people, it's probably just something to entertain yourself, and I agree. I just felt like it deserved more than that, because it is a major franchise, and again, I really love 80s films. I've seen a lot of 80s films, so it's not gonna be a first time reaction for the channel. If I do them, there are so few I haven't seen that are pop culture that I haven't seen, but um, but yeah, I know I keep reiterating, but yeah, I really just want to um, take a day or two with my thoughts and really give you guys a good um, post. Uh, I don't know what to call it, post analysis, or um, the best way I can describe it is best way I can describe it is just my thoughts and opinions about the movie, and I really wanted to take my time with this. All right, that's enough about that. Anyway, guys, if you would, please, by all means, like, comment, and subscribe for more content. You guys can also share the video out. The more people that we get on this channel, the more and more it drives me to keep going forward and making this type of content for you guys. So I really do want to thank you for your guys' support so far. But with that, guys, I will leave you guys to it, and I will hopefully see you in the next reaction video. Thank you, guys.